rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes. You can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. The 40, the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys!
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go, here we go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Jones going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
On first down, right back to Hall.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll buy some time right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hall again on second down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. In motion, the tight end. On third down, here's Hall. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. On fourth down, Smith. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Culpepper's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Andy Janovich from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Take it in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
A great effort there. 66 yards.
And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Kittle as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Hall.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Smith now to throw. Right side, there's Decker. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Ball again on 2nd down.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Smith. And out of bounds right around the 20. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards.
Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
It got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around? And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
19 right.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Rolling to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Justin Jefferson, 49 yards. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now Geno. And it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On the jump.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's got Michael Irvin complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll give to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Geno. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be stopped up as he could only muster a yard. So 4th down coming up on the other side as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Ready.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Justin Jefferson.
A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Gino's going to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's got Njoku over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Paul on a give up the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
On 1st down, Smith.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
18 Rebels.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Smith on 1st down. This is caught. It's Decker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Smith throwing again. On the move to his left. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Now it's Smith. And Decker's got it. And he's going to get some of that yardage back. Still doesn't have a first down, but he does get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here we go on fourth. Smith steps away to his left. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. One last throw here for Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now.